move it around during the week. It's 8:26, Monday, March 21st. A special report from our CNMI correspondent, Tomas Manglona, is coming up next right here on the link. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be back with more next. Good morning.
The relationship between Guam and Manila, Philippines is undeniable as we share similar cultural traditions, history, and heritage. With generations of Filipinos calling Guam home, KUAM presents a monthly look at the capital city featuring in-depth and engaging interviews on everything from medical tourism to new business and government leaders. Veteran newscaster Nestor Lecanto delivers Beyond Our Borders. This special program is brought to you by KFC and the Medical City, where patients are partners.
GU Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's. We offer affordable rates, online payments, and auto bill pay for your convenience. Plus gate access daily from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call us today at 648-7867 for more information.
Get the job done the right way by getting the right stuff at East West Rental Center. With years of experience helping builders, we definitely got what you need. Call 646-1463 or visit us in Upper Tumon. Open Monday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Sundays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Mariana's Irrigation and Landscape Superstore. Stop on by and visit our showroom today. We offer everyday low prices on all major outdoor power equipment like bush cutter, chainsaw, power washer, generators, and more. Need service, repair, maintenance? Well, check out Guam's best superstore only at Mariana's Irrigation and Landscape, located in Barragata along Army Drive between Submarina and Besta Market. Call 735-7446 for more information. Now shipping to surrounding islands. Mariana's Irrigation and Landscape Superstore.
New Spicy Lovers Pizza from Pizza Hut. Hurts so good. With its spicy marinara and sliced red chilies. It's like a roundhouse kick to the taste buds. How's it looking? Don't be bashful with the fiery flakes now. I want it to be real spicy.
I haven't started yet.
Okay, I'm ready. The new Spicy Lovers Pizza. Get it while it's hot. You want respect? Red chilies get you respect. No one outpieces the Hut.
Join Nestor Lecanto for virtual in-depth discussions with the movers and shakers in our community every Wednesday on In Full Zoom. Presented by IT&D and Calvo Enterprises, Inc.
covering all things CNMI from the KUAM News team. Tomas Manglona. Good morning, Tomas.
Good morning, Chris. Yes, we wanted to unpack the scandal on the Hill at the CNMI Senate. It started last week when one Senator, Paul Manglona, demanded an investigation. As you may recall, it was Manglona who nearly got into a fistfight with Senator Victor Hokog after he got up to deliver public comments and express frustration over the impeachment rules. Senator Manglona, Senator Edith De Leon Guerrero, and Senator Teresita Santos expressed disapproval of the impeachment rules, saying it was created in favor of the impeached official. In this case, it's Governor Ralph De Leon Guerrero Torres, who was impeached with 6 articles of impeachment in January. Since then, it's been a difficult road to get the impeachment trial process off the ground. The Republican-controlled Senate says that the trial will be fair and that the rules they created were meant to withstand time. On the other hand, Democrats and independents aligned with Democrats say that the rules that were passed are not only biased, but also in violation of the CNMI Constitution for tying the arms of the legislature effectively. They also accuse the Republican senators of violating the Open Government Act. As we have reported, the rules were not published to the public only until after the Joint Committee adopted them. The public who were there and requested to see the rules were told that they would only be published when the Senate passes it. Here's a report on the response from the House when that news broke earlier this month. It appears the House is throwing the Senate's impeachment rulebook out the window. Up against the Senate's imposed 4 p.m. deadline for the House to name its prosecutor in the trial of Governor Ralph Torres, House Speaker Edmund Villagomez slammed the Senate for rules that he says violate the CNMI Constitution. Instead, he says the House prefers that Representatives Selena Babauta, Donald Manglona, Karina Magofnia, Leila Staffler, and Vice Speaker B.J. Ataw prosecute the case as a team. According to the Senate's rules, the impeachment prosecutor would be just one person, starting first with the Speaker himself. And if he denies it or is not capable of it, then the House Impeachment Committee chair would prosecute. And if they deny the appointment, it would be up to the Senate President, Jude Hofschneider, to hand-select a lawmaker. Tonight, Villagomez choosing none of the above. Villagomez highlighted several key flashpoints, echoing the concerns expressed by lawmakers themselves in public comments on the Senate floor. Democrats say the rulebook creates an unfair playing field, giving an advantage to the impeached official when it comes to representation and deliberation. He says the current rules deny the House and Legislative Bureau their constitutional right to perform their duties fairly and reasonably, as outlined in the CNMI Constitution. The Speaker also accuses the Senate of violating the Open Government Act after the rules were not published prior to its adoption. However, Villagomez wants to find a common ground and says the impeachment process should be seen as fair and reasonable. He says that's now up to the Senate. Tomas Manglona for KUAM News. And Chris, those very rules with those initial objections now apparently have been viewed by one of Torres's personal attorneys. Wanted to share this letter dated March 17 by Senator Paul Manglona. He writes, I have received a document titled Senate Impeachment Rules V6.1 Joey Edits that shows ex parte communication between Governor Ralph De Leon Guerrero Torres, personal legal counsel, and the Senate's privately retained special legal counsel Joe McDooley. Visible in the document's track changes are 2 edits made by the governor's personal counsel, Viola Alapuzo, on page 15 on February 13, 2022 at 11:21 a.m. and 2 changes made on February 13, 2022 at 11:22 a.m. He writes in conclusion, this letter serves as my formal request to our constitutionally recognized Senate legal counsel to identify which laws and rules were broken and provide the complete list of all instances when the governor's personal legal counsel and the Senate's special counsel communicated and collaborated on the impeachment proceedings. Here's the story of one senator who sounded the alarm, showing evidence of exactly that. One senator is scrambling to calm the chaos after documents were revealed showing Governor Ralph Torres' personal attorney, Viola Alapuzo, making edits to the impeachment trial rules. Senator Carl King Neighbors, who chairs the impeachment hearing committee, brushing it off. Senator King Neighbors, in a written statement sent to KOAM, says Alapuzo did make the edits, but it was before she was hired by the governor and before the rules were passed. He says it's not uncommon for legislators to get input from members of the community, but in this case, Alapuzo isn't random. She's the chair of the Marianas Visitors Authority, and in 2019, it was reported that the FBI searched her office when she was an attorney for Imperial Pacific International CNMI Casino as part of the raids on the governor. He admits that he asked Alapuzo to review timelines in the impeachment rules before the governor appointed her as one of his 4 attorneys. Now he's asking the governor to withdraw Alapuzo as his attorney of record. He wrote in part, "I want to apologize for the unnecessary distraction that my oversight may have caused." He added, "I did not think it was going to be an issue." While it is unclear if that will happen, what is clear is that the senator knew and only decided to make this request after the conflict was made public last night, and not when the governor announced Alapuzo would represent him several weeks ago, and not when they voted on the rules Alapuzo reviewed. He says she is a close family friend who he consults regularly. This morning, Torres said he learned about Alapuzo's involvement yesterday.
When the time comes, we're here to make sure that we follow the law. I personally don't think that there's any issue in terms of breaking any law. But when that comes, then I'll make sure that I follow what the law is.
We pressed the governor on what he knew and when he knew it.
Again, Thomas, you're asking me the same question. I'm going to tell you the same thing. I have not communicated with any of the senators, and if you have any other question, you can go ahead and ask that to my lawyer.
KUAM has reached out to Viola Alapuzo for comment. It's not clear if Alapuzo disclosed her involvement before accepting her appointment. Tomas Manglona for KUAM News. And Chris, we should note that we reached out to attorney Viola Alapuzo through text message, email, and phone call, and have yet to receive a response as of news time. We did also want to read Senator Carl King Neighbors' statement that he made to the public, wanting the governor to withdraw attorney Viola Alapuzo as his personal legal counsel. Again, as we've been reporting, the governor has 4 attorneys for the impeachment proceedings. 2 of them are hired by the government, and 2 of them are personal attorneys, Viola Alapuzo being one of them. We've yet to receive the latest on that. But this is Senator Carl King Neighbors' statement that he released last Friday, again, only after he decided to make public Viola Alapuzo, who is a family friend's involvement in the impeachment proceedings. And Senator Carl King Neighbors has yet to respond to KOAM's multiple messages for comments throughout the past few days. Although he released this statement saying, generally there is no prohibition on ex parte communications in impeachment matters at the federal level, but our committee decided to include such a prohibition. Senator Paul Manglona must not have read the rules or does not comprehend them. Had he done so, he would know that the prohibition on ex parte communications did not come into effect until the rules were adopted. Moreover, it is not uncommon for legislators to get input from members of the community to assist in drafting bills, resolutions, and rules. There is no lawsuit against that. There is no law against that, rather. In essence, he says Senator Paul Manglona wants to make an issue of a non-issue. He says, with that said, I'm not interested in further delaying the impeachment hearing. The people are tired of this issue. Accordingly, I have asked the governor to withdraw Ms. Alapuzo as his attorney of record. I have also issued a letter to the Senate President explaining this matter. I want to also note that it is quite perplexing that those who are advocating for impeachment are finding every way to delay this process, Senator Carl King Neighbors says. He adds here in conclusion, we as a community have wasted over 3 years on this issue, he says. Now that we are close to achieving finality through an impeachment trial, the House, with the assistance of Senator Paul Manglona, he says, is looking for any reason to delay this process. And again, Senator Carl King Neighbors has yet to respond to KOAM's multiple inquiries over the past few days. However, we did want to share this clip of when Senator Carl King Neighbors, what he had to say when he voted to push the rules through the Senate. And remember, during this time, he knew Alapuzo was an attorney for Torres in his impeachment.
No matter what I say, it's already done. Thank you.
Thank you. I recognize Chairman Carl. Do you have any? I'm not here to speak to, obviously, we have differing opinions on what is fair and what is not fair. That's why we put things to a vote where we can agree to disagree. I have my reasons as the committee discussed and deliberated over the way these rules were made, and I would hope that the speaker is versed on the documents that he transmits to the Senate. He's not, again, he will be there with support staff. He doesn't necessarily have to be the attorney, quote unquote. So again, we can agree to disagree.
Again, there when the rules were passed, Senator Carl King Neighbor saying they have differences of opinion in terms of what is fair. And after this break, we'll have the response from the governor and the lieutenant governor.
Start off your middays with the menu on KUAM News Hotspot, your preview to the big news items. Broadcast on KUAM TV8 weekdays at noon, with live stream on our social media platforms, plus an encore at 5 p.m. on KUAM TV11.
The menu, brought to you by King's Restaurant, always open, always local, and Ruby Tuesday Guam, home of the fresh Garden Bar.
Make the celebration of kindness and generosity a part of your life all year round. Watch Giving Every Tuesday on KUAM News Primetime on the stations and platforms of KUAM Communications. Each week will showcase a different charity, organization, club, or group doing their part to make our island a better place. Giving Every Tuesday is brought to you by J. Goodman, a happiness company.
We're taking care of business with GTA on KUAM Digital. Tips and advice for your business to get more productive, efficient, and streamlined with pro tips, tools, and other services. We're navigating through the best practices in tech, operations, and beyond every month with the help of our friends at GTA on KUAM Digital. GTA, we start with you.
KUAM Communications presents a special multi-platform series showcasing women leaders in our community during Women's History Month. Throughout the month of March, KUAM News digital media platforms will feature daily weekday profiles of women in business in our community. And every Monday on KUAM News Primetime, we're showcasing a different woman leader in a special feature profile. Women Driven is brought to you locally by Bank of Guam, the People's Bank.
Watch Mariana's artists, activists, and visionaries and their quest to protect, preserve, and promote our Chamorro culture on The Culture Club, a weekly feature on KUAM News digital platforms and the KUAM News Weekend Edition. Brought to you by Tropicool Ice.
No bonus too hot for me.
That's hot, Barnett!
Thank you. I just get emotional in February because Valentine's.
Take in the panoramic beauty of our island each Sunday on the KUAM News Instagram with Scenic Sundays. Scroll through the natural beauty of the island on display. Scenic Sundays on the KUAM News Instagram is brought to you by Addis Trust and Investment, Location, Service, Trust, and Haagen-Dazs Shops Guam, where every day is made extraordinary.
Subscribe to our KUAM News Digest, our weekly email newsletter with all kinds of information straight to your inbox. Just subscribe and we'll make sure to keep you informed and entertained with news from the KUAM News team, what to watch on NBC and CBS, and the latest promotions from KUAM Communications. Go to KUAM.com, click on the newsletter tab at the top of the homepage, register, and you're all set. Brought to you by Uno Go, Guam on Demand. It's Feed Me Fridays on The Link. Good eats, good company, and beyond good chow with Team KUAM checking out Guam's most tantalizing, tempting menu items. Every Friday on The Link, listen on Breeze 93.9 FM or stream online. Brought to you by Devondale, real milk from free grazing cows. Catch Sports Link on The Link every Friday for the latest sports news, game schedules, athlete profiles, and more. Sports Link airs every Friday on Breeze 93.9 FM and streaming online across our multimedia platforms. Sports Link is brought to you by Mariana's Irrigation and Landscape and Taco Bell. Live Mas.
Fansano dani KUM Communications menters that jujuti that reflected tempo charisma no lisadzo no denario. Kitodi ni mid di hu faisen ham to maila that fan lisadzo ifenot samoro pat feno English kada poingi gala shetti gi sinisa dia dos gi matsu istai bet ni santu der kinsi gi abit. Ekungog gi isla tomorrow streaming radio pasno egga pat hungog masyafan na ora gizon mami podcast na network dan todo edras median sosial gi KUM. Fan magov sa kahulo ugwi.
Anderson Air Force Base. We are experiencing some unknown electrical disturbances. Do you copy? Sir, you're breaking up.
Let it be known we rep Guam and the CNMI. Let it be known we represent the outer line. Yeah, let it be known we living out our dream. We keep our eyes on the prize and fulfill our destiny. Let it be known we rep Guam and the CNMI. Let it be known we represent the outer line. Yeah, let it be known we living out our dream. We keep our eyes on the prize and fulfill our destiny. Creeping around the corner, twirling my flag like a helicopter. I'm repping my language, my culture, so fuck them haters. I'm a Latin stone soldier. Damn, they should've told ya. Been in this game so long, my people call me North side, get it, south side, get it, east side, get it, west side, get it.
8:47. It's Monday. Viva Mesamoru. Viva. Go ahead and continue our special report on the CNMI impeachment saga with the very latest from the KUAM news team again. Welcome to Manglona.
And Chris, as we've discussed, the inner workings of the Senate that have now turned out in public view with regards to conflicts of interest and the matters that have unfolded in the past few days, the public now waits to hear what the governor is going to do. It's unclear if his attorney Viola Alapuzo will continue forward with the case, but we did want to share our full exchange at his weekly press conference that he holds on Friday mornings. The answers and questions that were asked and answered here were given before Senator Carl King Neighbors confirmed Alapuzo's involvement several hours later. So here's that clip with us asking the governor about this matter.
Again, good morning to everyone that's listening. Again, I ask that you refrain any question regarding anything regarding impeachment process. If you have any question regarding that, please go ahead and address that to my legal counsel. Other than that, I am open to any question. And good morning and happy Friday, everyone.
Thank you, Governor. Good morning. Tom, go ahead, and then Maureen, Sally, then Kimberly.
Good morning, Governor. Thanks for joining us. Given your statement before the start of questions, I just do have to ask, given the news documents coming out of the Senate alleging ex parte communication with one of your counsels, Viola Alapuzo, and a document that appears to show her alleged edit on the impeachment rules. What do you know about this, and when did you know about it?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, Governor.
Yeah, so again, Thomas, go ahead and ask that to my attorney. I just got that information yesterday.
So there might have been this ex parte communication, or are you denying that there was any ex parte communications?
Like I said, Thomas, I have not communicated with any of the Senate. If you have any other question, go ahead and ask them, my lawyers, for that question.
Have you spoken with your counsel, Viola Alapuzo, about this matter?
I have.
When did you speak with her about it?
Yeah, that would be confidential between my lawyer and myself. Thank you, Thomas.
And Governor, can you just comment for the community who is seeing this news? What's your message to them?
My message to them is this. I've asked my counsel since the beginning that I don't want to prolong this process. So the House has investigated me for 2 years. They did all their subpoenas and all this other stuff. And so all I want is to get this over with. And the shorter that we address this, the better it is.
Governor, if it is found at the end after an investigation or if more information comes to light, if it is found that there was this ex parte communication or any sort of edit to a document prior to the full adoption on the Senate floor that occurred in March, what is your opinion on this? What is your opinion on the matter if it is found that the attorneys did have ex parte communication with or without your knowledge?
Well, Thomas, again, I don't want to speculate, but when the time comes, we're here to make sure that we follow the law. I personally don't think that there's any issue in terms of breaking any law, but when that comes, then I'll make sure that I follow what the law is.
And Governor, just to follow up on that, are you then saying that you're not aware of this ex parte communication if it did in fact occur?
Again, Thomas, you're asking me the same question. I'm going to tell you the same thing. I have not communicated with any of the senators, and if you have any other question, you can go ahead and ask that to my lawyer.
And finally, Governor, did you or did you not authorize this ex parte communication?
Thomas, again, if you have any question regarding any of the impeachment, you can go ahead and ask that to my lawyer, okay?
All right, thank you, Governor. I wanted to shift gears now. All right, and that was the full response from Governor Ralph Torres. We have yet to hear an update with regards to his personal legal counsel's involvement moving forward. Now we turn to his lieutenant governor, who we remind the public is also running for governor as an independent with Saipan Mayor David Apatang. Last night, Lieutenant Governor Arnold Palacios released a statement of his own entitled "Transparency is the Issue." He writes, in response to Senator Manglona's letter, Senator Neighbors admitted that he sought Ms. Alapuzo's advice as she is a close family friend who usually provides him with counsel. Neighbors further pointed out that Ms. Alapuzo was not Governor Torres' attorney at the time he sought her advice. Attorney Joe McDooley was already the special counsel for impeachment at the time Senator Neighbors presented Ms. Alapuzo with the draft rules and sought her advice. He writes, Senator Neighbors misses the point of having an open government law. It is to allow all interested parties an opportunity to provide input on legislative rules, bills, and reports. He did not do that here. Instead, he gave the advantage to Governor Ralph Torres. Again, that's Lieutenant Governor Arnold Palacios. He continues to write, Attorney Alapuzo is the chair of the Marianas Visitors Authority and represented several members of the Governor Torres' administration before the House Judiciary and Governmental Operations Committee. Attorney Alapuzo is also one of several legal counsels for Governor Torres at the impeachment trial. He writes, to say that Attorney Alapuzo was involved in the drafting of the rules was an oversight is immaterial. Palacios says this calls into question the integrity of the entire pre-impeachment trial and impeachment trial process. Palacios adds, I challenge the Senate to heed to the governor's call for a fair and impartial trial. I would only ask the senators to put the integrity of our institutions and the interests of our people first. Again, you can find that full story on KUAM.com. And Chris wanted to provide some of the latest information. The pre-hearing conference, which was supposed to happen today at 10 a.m., has been canceled completely. Senator Carl King Neighbors writes in this memorandum last week, at this time, House Speaker Edmund S. Villagomez has officially notified the Senate that he has declined to serve as the impeachment prosecutor. In this regard, it is the intent of this special committee to proceed with the issuance of deadlines pursuant to the impeachment rules of the Senate. Dissemination of the deadlines will be forthcoming, and some of breaking news and some of the latest developments with regards to the House prosecutor. Vice Speaker B.J. Attow, according to the impeachment trial rules, is next in line and has until 4 p.m. today to either accept or deny appointment as the House prosecutor in the impeachment trial, Chris. And also, if he denies it, then the Senate president will get to hand select a member of the House who he would like to see prosecute the case on behalf of the House. And also, we're waiting to see if the CNMI Bar Association gets involved in any matter with regards to these two attorneys' involvement. Sources do tell us that complaints will be sent to the Bar Association with regards to Attorney Viola Alapuzo and Attorney Special Legal Counsel Joe McDoulet. And so, of course, complaints of professional conduct by an attorney may be made in writing to the disciplinary committee of the NMI Bar Association, and then they would investigate complaints and provide for prosecution if appropriate.
Right.
So heading into this
that
week,
process, Tomas, it's very secretive, I'll say, from beginning to end, because I've actually had to follow up on ethics complaints that were lodged against, may have been lodged against attorneys in the NMI, and so it could take months to years.
And so will this impeachment trial. So here we're waiting to see, hearing some preliminary information, but we'll have more tonight on Primetime. And Chris, on Hotspot, we'll have also more on the resignation of Nola Hicks as the NMI Democratic Party chair. And of course, as you saw on our YouTube, we also interviewed Representative Karina Magofnia, who they campaigned hard for, who has left the Democratic Party as well. And as we've reported, there's also a number of members who've left the Republican Party to run as independents, aligned with Arnold and Lieutenant Governor Arnold Palacios. So an exodus of people from some of these parties, and we'll have all of that for you throughout the coming days.
Thank you, Tomas.
Thanks, Chris.
As always, excellent work from our regional correspondent, Tomas Manglona. Thank you. You're working hard, bro. I just hearing how many different ways you're trying to get a hold of some of these people.
Right. And
the legal counsel, what'd you say? You tried what?
Email, text, phone call. At this point,
Did you try Facebook Messenger, Instagram? Does she
I
have
actually
a Snapchat?
did try Facebook as well. So we'll wait and see. And like I said,
signal.
we just want to get their comments and hopefully Senator Carl King Neighbors responds.
Has he got back to you yet?
Not yet. It has been a few days now, and so I sent another message. I'll continue to send messages, and hopefully when I'm on Saipan, we'll get a chance to maybe knock on a door and get a on-camera statement. So.
Right on. Well, be safe, my friend.
Thank you.
All right, 8:58. Docomo Pacific is here to help with the Affordable Connectivity Program. It helps you connect to things that matter most with $30 off select internet plans. Head over to Docomo Pacific's Tamuning HQ to see if you qualify. Qualifying households can get a free router with an additional $45 off for a limited time only. Visit Docomo Pacific and ask about ACP today. Docomo Pacific.